So this is a Q&A session all about the Content Club, because one of the things I understand is that when you are thinking of investing, especially when you are a small business or you're starting out, money is precious, time is precious. So when you're thinking about investing in something like a membership, you want to really understand what it's going to be all about and get a bit of an insight into how it all works before you give it a go. One thing I would like to answer straight away with the Content Club is that there is no minimum commitment. So if you want to join, it is £23 a month. You can cancel after the first month. If it's really not what you were expecting and you're actually quite disappointed in the content or something like that, I really hope you wouldn't be. But if you are, I do offer a 30-day money back guarantee. You can just get in touch with me, let me know that it's not what you're expecting, and I am very happy to refund you that first month. But hopefully you won't feel like that. But as I say, I know that life happens, things happen, circumstances change. So as I say, there is no minimum commitment to joining up. It is a monthly rolling subscription. There is an annual membership should you be interested in taking that up. But again, you can talk to me about what you feel is best for you. The other thing to say just on the kind of like monthly payment thing is that each month is a focused on a different topic. So again, the idea being that if you really feel it would be better for you to dip in and dip out, you can easily pause your membership as well at any time. So hopefully that just reassures you straight away from a money point of view and from an investment point of view of what you'd be expecting. So in this Q&A, I thought what I would do is run through what I often say to people when they're creating content, when they're writing blogs. How do you go about sort of explaining to somebody about a topic? And my first recommendation is always that we use our open questions. So our why, what, how, when, etc. So I'm going to run through those and hopefully that will give you a really good overview of the Content Club. If anybody's got any questions, please feel free to pop them in the comments and I will try to either answer them during this video, or also I will get back to you directly. Okay, so my first open question is, who is the Content Club for? Now, my sort of ethos behind starting the Content Club was to reduce overwhelm. I met so many small business owners who just felt like they needed to be doing all the types of digital marketing across all the different platforms all the time. They weren't really sure what they should be doing when, but they were trying everything, and then they would go and they would Google something and they would just get even more confused about whether they should be doing something, whether it's Instagram, how they should be doing their website. The dreaded words like SEO kept popping up, whatever it might be. So my driving force behind creating the Content Club is to simplify things, and therefore the Content Club is for you if you just feel a bit overwhelmed by the world of digital marketing and creating content. It's about giving you more confidence, and it's about helping you to enjoy creating content again, and also to see that your marketing becomes more effective. So if you are feeling a bit overwhelmed, if you're actually quite disappointed with how your marketing is going and how it's actually directly feeding into your sales, then the Content Club is for you. As I mentioned, it's £23 a month because the idea is that it is affordable, either for someone who is starting out or is not making the sales targets that they were hoping, and also even for people who are considering outsourcing. Because one of the things about the Content Club is it helps you to plan, it helps you to have a strategy, it helps you to get that kind of real clarity on the digital marketing you want to do, so that actually if you do outsource, if you do decide to invest in that, you know exactly what you want and kind of the outcomes you want from doing that job. So as I say, it's for small business owners who are already doing maybe their own bit of digital marketing, who are maybe starting out a bit, but who aren't quite feeling confident that they're getting it right, and they want a space to come, to learn, to get support, and to collaborate as well. So that moves me on nicely into, well, what is the Content Club, Kate? Well, we spend our £23, what do we get? So there are a number of regular things that happen in the Content Club. So the first thing is that we actually have a monthly topic. Now this again comes back to helping to reduce overwhelm. You can't do everything all of the time. You can't be learning about every single platform. You can't be learning about everything that changes all of the time. So I've tried to break down marketing and content creation into 12 different topics. That means that on an annual basis, where you just sort of follow through for the club for the whole year, you would be making sure that you're working through all of your different areas of content, all areas of planning, and all of your different platforms and your assets. By having a monthly topic, it also means that I can make sure that I'm producing content and resources that are really useful for you, and you know where to find them. There is a huge library of resources on all different topics, lots of marketing, all the different platforms, the different social media channels, etc., etc. And they are available for you to access any time. But I know that, again, actually having too much information can also be overwhelming. So this is why we focus on a monthly topic, and we have resources related to those ready for you to use for that month. As part of that sort of topic focus, I invite guest expert interviews to come and talk to us during the month. We have at least one, and actually recently we've had two. This month alone we had one on social media where we had an Instagram masterclass, and we also had a YouTube guest expert come through and talk to us about the basics of setting up a channel and trying to get our videos found better on YouTube, which effectively has become a visual search engine. Those two videos, don't worry, you haven't missed out. They are recorded and available for replay, as are all guest expert interviews. As well as the guest experts, I also try to run at least one teach session each month. So this again is where I present to you some sort of key learnings. Hopefully I break down some barriers. I make something really easy to understand. So again, as an example, this month we've been focusing on social media, and we will be doing a social media scheduling tools teach session where I'll introduce you to what they are and how you can use them. As well as the teach session, we also have a monthly content clinic. Now this is a completely open session. It's an hour long, but you can drop in any time for as long as you wish. And the idea again is for everyone just to come together and to ask their questions, because this is what the Content Club is also about. It's about support, and it's also about collaboration between members, sharing experiences, sharing difficulties, and even having a little rant if you just need to get it off your chest. Running a small business is hard, and when you've got that niggling question or that niggling issue, especially to do with your marketing, when you want to be focusing on your main heart of your business, you don't need to just worry about that alone. You can come along to the Content Clinic and I will help you. There is also a private Facebook group, again, which is open all times, 24/7 for you to pop in any questions and to ask for any feedback. That brings me nicely into another little feature that we have within our private Facebook group, which is Feedback Friday, which again is a monthly post that I put into the Facebook group, and you can share any marketing, any maybe new website or pages or a blog, and just ask for some feedback. You can ask some feedback just from me, or you can open it up to the whole group. On top of those monthly elements, as I mentioned, there is a whole library of resources, and also we are running now quarterly planning sessions. So these are 2-hour co-working sessions once a quarter where we follow through on our content and marketing plans. We check how we've got on in the quarter before, and we also then consider what we're going to do, and we plan for the quarter coming up. This is supported by an annual marketing planning session to make sure that you're on course throughout the whole year and for the year ahead too. All of the sessions are obviously, are included as part of membership. You are welcome to join, but also I know that we live busy lives, and therefore they are also anything which is like teachable and you can be watched again will be available for replay. Just to say though, the Content Clinic is not recorded, and that's because I want it to be a really safe space that people can come to and just, ask their questions without fear of it being recorded and watched by anyone in the future. So next, how can you join the Content Club? How can you get involved? How can you make the most of it? So basically, it's really easy to sign up. I will put the registration link straight in the comments below, but you just go in, you fill in your details, and your subscription is started. You'll be given a possibility to sign up with a username or your email, and you'll also have your own personal password, and that will access a membership website, which, as I say, has all of these resources in, including the replays. You can also then request to just simply join the Facebook group, and obviously if you have an active subscription, then I will of course accept you into the group. Inside the membership, I hope that it's really easy for you to navigate. It is just a, without sort of scaring people, it's a WordPress website. It's very clear. My members, have been very helpful in making sure that I really enhance the user experience. Things are easy to find. And again, I am here. So if you have any difficulties with signing in, with, accessing any of the videos, then, please just give me a shout. Furthermore, you'll find a whole list of all the guest experts we've had ever since the Content Club started. So if you're looking for somebody to maybe book a discovery call with, or learn more from about a specific marketing area, then they're right there, all of their contact details, and you can make that connection really quickly. Why join the Content Club? I think this is, a big question for a lot of people. They can hear what the resources are, and they might even, what I said about feeling a bit overwhelmed and a bit, not sure how well their marketing's working. So they, but why should you join? I'd love you to join so that you just stop feeling lost and overwhelmed. I think there's such a horrible feeling when you just don't know what to do next, or why something isn't working, and none of us should be alone to have to figure that out. So that's my biggest why, is please don't struggle on, please come and give it a try. My other thing I wanted to read to you today is actually I've been working on my vision, my mission, and the values for the Content Club. We actually worked on messaging in one of the topics earlier in the year, and it really resonated with me that actually it was an area that I could really work on for the Content Club. So I suppose this is the kind of the why summed up for me. So the mission of the Content Club, and forgive me, I'm just going to read it because I wanted to make sure it was clear. So the mission for the Content Club is that all small business owners will feel that they are in the know about the main content platforms available to them, that they will feel excited again about creating content for their business, that they will feel in control of planning and scheduling their content marketing, that they'll feel confident about the effectiveness of their content for visibility, for engagement, and for making sales. And finally, that all content clubbers will feel that they are supported by a collaborative atmosphere and having someone to ask. There's no more floundering on your own. And what's my vision for the Content Club? It's to demystify and simplify marketing, planning, and content creation for anyone that needs it. So, what could the Content Club offer you? Why join? Well, firstly, I believe the Content Club offers a space for learning. And what does that give you? It gives you knowledge. And knowledge is power. It also gives you support. And when you feel supported and you know that you've got this kind of team behind you, you're going to feel more confident, and that will come through in your marketing. The Content Club also offers space. This is why we have the planning sessions. This is why we have the content clinic. It's so that you can come in and gain that headspace, have time for reflection, have time to consider what's working, what's not, what can you enjoy, what can we do more effectively. I also want the Content Club to genuinely offer growth. That is why a lot of what we cover is about strategy. It's not just about creating more and more and more. It's thinking really strategic about what we need for our business. And if that happens, then hopefully you will see change. And finally, I want the Content Club to offer a space for more planning. I really do believe in having an easy to follow plan, in having things to draw on at any time, going, yeah, I know what I'm doing, I'm going to do this. Yeah, almost having more ideas than you need. That's wonderful. And by having that really clear sense of all the different things that you could offer, the different content you create, I hope that you will end up with more clarity about your marketing. So my last question was when to join? Personally, I'd say today. As I say, there is all of the replays from this month's focus on social media are all available, and we have the content clinic coming up on Friday, and we have the scheduling tools teach session coming up on Monday. However, if you can't join this month, you think, don't worry. As I've said, there's these lovely repeated and regular consistent elements to the Content Club. So whenever you join, you know that you will not only have access to a huge bank of resources from the past, you'll also be joining the most up-to-date guest expert speakers, the most up-to-date content clinic, and the most up-to-date teach sessions too. please join today. I'd really love to help you, especially, as I say, if you are feeling a little overwhelmed or you just feel like you're looking around and everybody else seems to know exactly what they're doing, but you just can't seem to nail it. It's honestly, it's not you. It's just that learning that's taken place. It's just that effectiveness that they've really nailed, and you can do that too. I want to bring back, I talk about, I want to bring back the fun to creating content. I want you to feel confident in your marketing. I talk about moving from the content treadmill to the content trampoline, and I'd absolutely love you to join me on that journey.